Christians, I'm sure that my friend here believes that he's deep and heavy. He says hell is a place of eternal destruction and not eternal destroying. His emphasis, not mine. He believes that by the tion on the end of destruction and the ing on the end of destroying somehow gives a better understanding of the permanence of hell and what it's about. Now, he's implying that hell is not eternal, that hell is not a continuous place of torment. That's his whole idea. But the emphasis is not on the word destroying, nor is it on the word destruction. Emphasis should be put on the word, my friend, eternal. Because if you don't make that the emphasis, you lose the whole meaning. Let me tell you why this is so silly and why this assessment you made is asinine. I'm going to tell you why. Because going into hell is eternal death. It is separation from God forever. You can't be separated from God forever if you don't exist. That would not be called separation. If you're married to your wife and you get separated, that assumes that the person you're separated from is still alive. Otherwise, it could not be called separation. You see, you have a bad understanding of the scriptures altogether. You don't understand your condition. You don't understand what it takes to be pulled out of it. You don't understand what salvation is, because this is where we're being saved from. We're not being saved from annihilation. Who would care? You're being saved from eternal torment for your sin against the eternal God. And since you sin against the eternal God, you pay eternal consequences. And eternal is not annihilation. Because the issue is what is being addressed in this issue is what happens to your soul. Your eternal condition of your soul and body upon the resurrection. So I know you think you sound deep, but it's not. Now you say hell was not made for mankind, but for Satan and his angels. You, like so many people, make the same mistake. Hell wasn't made for mankind. It was made for the devil and his angels. You don't understand what the Word of God teaches. Let me give you an example. In Revelation chapter 3, an angel of God sends these 7 letters to the angels of the 7 churches: Thyatira, Laodicea, Smyrna, Philadelphia, etc. Chapter 2 and chapter 3. You can read it for yourself. Write these letters. These letters are to be written to the angel of the church in Philadelphia, the angel of the church in Sardis, the angel of the church of the Laodiceans. You know who the angel is? The pastors. Not part of the angelic host by nature who are angels, but by the pastors. They're being referred to as the angels. Why? What are angels? Because we're not talking about here the devil and his angels being made for hell. What we're talking about is not angels according to their nature, but angels in office, whether they be men or of the angelic host. An angel is a herald. An angel is a messenger. So the devil's angels that are going into hell along with him are anybody, are all of those who were his messengers, his servants, whether they be demons or men. You need to go back and read the scriptures. Angels in Revelation, in these first 2 chapters, in the second and third chapter of Revelations, are referring to men, pastors of those churches. But an angel is a messenger. You right now have a message and so do I. And in that respect, we are all angels because we are all representing someone and conveying their message. Christians, the saints, they communicate the message of God. Non-believers, they perpetuate their messages which come from Satan. All of mankind, we are all angels in service to one master. Which one do you serve? Be provoked and be persuaded.